The new One Big Beautiful Bill has a line item that you should be able to, or you will be able to, deduct EV loan car interest for vehicles that are made in America. Maybe not even EVs, but just vehicles that are made in America. And really, this might be a little bit overblown. I was trying to do some of the calculations, and it really doesn't make any sense. And it's actually kind of trash, I guess, when you try to compare it against like the 7,500 federal tax rate. And really, you're not the real winner in this if we're able to get the vehicle loan interest deducted. And so here is some of the math. We are just basing on hypotheticals, of course, and also there's income limits as well. So if you make over 100 or 200K for joint filing, it starts to phase out, so you won't be able to do it. But I guess like the 7,500 is similar. So the first thing is that loans must begin after December 31st of 2024. This is part of the One Big Beautiful Bill, and this thing has not been 100% signed and put into law yet, or whichever it is. And so I would say take this just as some knowledge for what it is. But let's go some hypotheticals. Let's say if you're buying a $45,000 Tesla Model Y and it was at 5.49% financing instead of 0%. And here are all the different things with this. It's a deduction that's allowed above the line. So it's actually not part of the standard deduction, and you can take it on top of the standard deduction, which is actually kind of nice and a little bit of a nice add to everything. But when you start to get into some of the math, you're not really deducting too much at all. So here's the example: $45,000 Model Y, 5.49% for, let's say, a finance Tesla vehicle, 72 months, and your income is $80,000, under $100,000 because that's the threshold. In year one, you'll pay $2,308 in interest, which if you were to write that off on the taxes and everything, if you make $80,000, your federal income tax is about $9,600. But with the deduction, because you wrote it off, now you only pay $9,000. So you're really only saving $500 in cash in your pocket that you'll be saving that year because you paid $2,308 of interest. In fact, if you take a look at the whole 6 years, you'll be paying about $8,000 in interest. You're only getting back in dollars saved in your pocket about $1,742. So I guess it's nice to have because, in the same bill, it's killing the 7,500, but your net cost, because you're still paying interest in all of this, is $6,177 to the financing loan company of the bank. So really, who wins in this is kind of just the lenders. They make all the higher interest rate with all the different things, and maybe you get like a nice little benefit with that for the vehicle. But definitely very interesting. Certainly a lot of people are touting this as, a way to support the Tesla vehicles or electric made in America vehicles. But as a consumer, I'm not really seeing a big benefit here. Maybe that's what it's written as, designed to just be a little bit of a benefit instead of 7,500 or whatever it may be. But there's another little rewritten of the path of what is happening here, but very interesting to see what is all the different things with it. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. So congrats on buying your Tesla, or you're about to just buy your Tesla. But now here's the second most exciting part. That's accessories. And there's a ton of accessories out there, probably even way too much. And I try and bucket it into the top 3 accessories that you can get. And that's going to be phone mounts, all-weather floor mounts, and center consoles. A good set of all-weather floor mounts is probably my #1 recommendation. And I've got a bunch of links and discount codes to all the accessories that I recommend down below in the description and on our best deal spreadsheet on page 2. Check out this one from Jawa that we use on all of our Teslas, linked down below, or their center console, which I also use on all of our Teslas as well. A must-have because Tesla doesn't come with a center console. But my #1 accessory I recommend is going to be all-weather floor mats, and I bucket it from 3 different options: good, better, and best. The good ones are going to be the ones that you find on Amazon. Better is going to be the ones from like Tasmanian. But my favorite, all-time favorite that we have on our Model X and Model 3 Performance currently is going to be a set of all-weather floor mats by 3W Liners. If you use our promo code down below in the description, you'll find that the price of these floor mats are pretty in line with some of the other ones at a much higher quality material. So thank you to everybody that's used our links to support the channel, and let's get on to the next topic.